Well, it's a rather cold February Wednesday afternoon, but I thought I would come out on a walk today, and I'm just walking down into Shenfield because we've got a brand new library. Yes, all over the country libraries have been shutting down, and as somebody who's an ex-English teacher, I love books and I love reading. And it's great that here in Shenfield we've got our brand new spanking 21st century library is actually reopening today. It's been a library in Shenfield for many years, but they knocked down the old building and they've given us a new one, so I'm going to go and have a look, see what Shenfield's new library is like today. And while I'm out on my walk down to the library, I thought I would just say a huge thank you to everybody as well. I'm now doing walks with Grandma and talks with Grandma on a variety of social media platforms, and I've got a new YouTube channel. It's called Walks and Talks with Grandma, and you can find me on YouTube at Walking Grandma. If you're on Instagram, you can find me at Walks with Grandma. That's the same on Facebook, and these videos will be going out on all of those platforms, some shorter versions and some maybe longer ones on YouTube. But I just want to say thank you to everybody who has joined me on any of my platforms and is enjoying the videos of me going out walking. So if you live in Essex, or you're interested in rural Essex history, old buildings, things like that, if you follow me on any of those channels, you can find out lots of lovely, fascinating, interesting local history stories in the area of Essex. I also go into London as well, so I've on my YouTube channel at the moment I've got lots of videos that were on my TikTok channel, because I'm also on TikTok as well. You can find me, Chrissy Hamlin 1 is my name on TikTok, Walks with Grandma I think. But you can find me on all of those platforms, so thank you to everybody who's got behind it, because I just love going out walking, filming my little walks, finding bits of history, nature, things that are on my doorstep, and I just like making little films about it and telling people who are interested, because it's amazing the local history you can find on your doorstep. And the new library is going to be really great for me when I want to go and do some research. I've got to say, actually, it's really good for me to be out walking today as well, because I don't get out very much over the winter. I've got problems with my spine. My joints are kind of getting a little bit creaky now I'm getting older, so I tend not to go out in the winter because the cold makes that worse. So, but I'm trying to get back into my walking again, because in the spring and in the summer, that's when I really like to go out and explore the local area. So I'm just getting back into my walking. This is a nice 20-minute walk I do down from where I live to Shenfield. So it's pretty much my my exercise quota for today, and that is it. That's why I love walking, because it's such good exercise, and you can do other things while you're walking, which I often do, like spotting history and nature. But yeah, this nice little walk today will get me started, and hopefully I can start going out maybe 2 or 3 times a week on little walks locally, and work up to doing some bigger ones when the weather's warmer. So that's the plan. And also I've also set my goal, a goal to read more, hence why I'm going to the library, because I used to read books voraciously when I was a child. Books were my escapism, and I read so many good books. I did a degree at university studying English literature. I read all the classics, and then when I was in my late 30s, I had some head injuries, and the long-term effects of those head injuries and being in a coma meant that I had kind of like ADHD symptoms, and I couldn't read a book. I couldn't focus, I couldn't concentrate on plots and stories anymore, and it was quite difficult when you've been a book lover all your life not to be able to start books and finish them, which I had for many years. I had to retrain my brain in how to read, so I started reading non-fiction, things like that, historical non-fiction, because I could remember facts rather than stories. And now I'm gradually, I want to get my reading back up to the level, not that maybe that it was when I was a student, because I could read like 6 books at the same time, but it would be nice to have some regular reading, because I find it very relaxing before bedtime. So I've set myself a goal for this month that I'm going to try and get back into reading. I'm in the middle of a sort of throwaway murder mystery book at the moment, which is quite good fun. I might do a review on that. But the whole point of going to the library is to get a library card. Even though I've lived in this area for 20 years, I've never had a library card. So now is the time to change that. Go and get a library card and go and see if I can find some interesting books to read. So here we are. This is the new Shenfield Library. Brand new library that's been built in Shenfield High Street. We are now going to go into the new Shenfield Library. This is so exciting. Come with me. So here's one of the books I got out of the library. It's called The Beholders by Hester Musson, and it's a sort of gothic tale similar to Dickens. It's very dark and Victorian, so I think I'm going to like that one. I've also got this book on Essex murders, which I thought might be good to research some stories on, and then maybe go out on a few walks and see where these murders took place, and we can do some historical true crime for my channel. I've also got this one called The Beasts of Paris, which is a story of love and war in war-torn Paris. So not really sure what that's going to be, but it looks quite a big book and should be fun to read. And then finally I got this book called Bomb Girls by Jackie Hyams, which is Britain's Secret Army, the Munitions Women of World War II. I do like a bit of non-fiction. I love a bit of women's history, a bit of wartime too history, especially on the home front. So I thought this book might be a really interesting one to read. So I might be doing reviews on all of these books as well. So stay tuned to my channel, stay tuned to my social media, and I will be doing some book reviews of these later on. Thank you for watching.